In this match, we saw the new stuff Alekis B brings to Navi, as well as the value of IM and JL for Navi. And today we're breaking down why Navi are so good, and what G2 are lacking. Navi are set up with 4 players on A, Alekis alone on B. Navi have gone for dual Berettas on JL and IM. This will allow them to play more up in the face on G2 in case of retakes, and the position on the Berettas on the map will allow them to be ready for fast pushes by G2. And then Simple have gotten a kit and some nades. This kit is the biggest reason Alekis B can play alone on B, since it will make the retake much easier. G2 on the other hand have gone for a flash and a smoke, and they've read Navi perfect, and their old IGL, and are going 5 players towards B. And since Alekis B can't really contest them, they could get B completely for free, if they can kill Alekis B fast enough. Alekis B gets full flashed, and he's out, and it's a 5v4 retake on B, one of the hardest sites to retake in CS. Navi does something fun. They're going all 4 players banana from A. Usually you split up by sending 2 CT and 2 banana, but here they know they have to win these key areas on B, to even have a chance to retake. And there's no better way by winning 1 by 1 by pushing 4 players together. Hunter is out and the retake kicks in, and here Hooksy get dinked. No idea why he's still peeking here. As well as G2 boosting Monacy up on flowers to get a 1-for-1 trade, not enough. But G2's position are strong, and are able to peek off each other perfectly. Just look at Nico waiting for his coffin player to take the fight, then he peeks out, using the fountain as a block so he takes the one-on-one fight, and when he starts the fight, we see JKS peek out of the smoke to make sure the last 2 Navi players are split up on the focus of what G2 player to shoot, and G2 wins the pistol.
JKS looking at that CT cross smoke, comes out backside, no one was watching, Simple didn't get cover, and Nico kills 2 down to the last, charged down by Bit, but there's...
no time, and he's gonna die.
Round 2 of the pistol is usually a very weird round, since if you're Navi, you just killed all 5 G2 players, so you know their economy will not be the best, and by forcing into this round, it's not too bad. While if you're G2 side, you just won the pistol round, and you kinda have to buy, but you can't play too freely since losing this would ruin your T side. Navi buys into the round with upgrade pistol and a FAMAS, while G2 goes for some Galils, Mech-10 and an AK. Navi goes for 3 players on B, with some early nades to give banana completely away to G2 in the early round stages. While G2 goes for a Molotov and nade top banana to force Navi to not push banana. While the rest of Navi players play long and short, with Bit using these nades to do some damage, and Simple with the FAMAS takes the long range fights from long, if he have to. G2 are set up with Hunter going for Absolurk, 3 players towards banana, and the last player coming second mid to assist Hunter. Navi early game plan is to do some nade damage to make the kills easier, and then use nades to force G2 to always be aware of a push. And this type of mental game can both win or lose you the round, since if G2 falls for it, they will be slow and allow Navi to take more map control and better positions. While if they don't fall for it, Navi will be pushed and ran over by G2. G2 throws some fake utility towards B and have Nico walking up to take information. But it's all a facade, with all 4 G2 players meeting in mid to focus and play together to take A. Nico gets spotted and Alekis uses a smoke to smoke Nico off. And now Navi only have 1 smoke left, and we're only 40 seconds into the round, never ideal. G2 goes for the execute as soon as Nico links up with the team in mid. But let's stop here and talk about trading and positioning and spacing. When you play versus a lower buy, the worst you can do is to die to no trades. Or not even give your team a chance to trade, and here Hooksy is our protagonist. Look at G2 and Navi on A. Both Navi players have linked up on A long, and Hooksy's goal is to open up for his teammates. But look at the map. He dies, and none of the G2 players aren't even in top mid properly to trade. Not only that, Monacy had a flash for this peak and does not use it to at least help his IGL. But Bit thinks quickly and goes to pick up the Mech-10 and peeks for it, and in the process hits some great dig shots and allows Simple to get the kills, and quickly a 5v5 is now a 5v2. But Simple is not done. He gets his 4th kill of the round and JKS can't win it. What I love is the way Bit is jumping mid to keep information on JKS, since JKS still have the better guns than Navi. It's important to keep information of where he is, even in a 1v4, and Navi wins the 2nd round.
Well, maybe tonight could be the end of that. Simple's FAMAS killing Hooksy. Oh my god,
no more kills! We got 1 left.
But how? It's a FAMAS.
It's the genius Alekis B calling.
JKS gonna tap down Bit ever so slightly. Simple comes through with 4 kills top mid on a FAMAS.
It's the
Navi have had a flying start and is up 4-1. And this have to sting for G2 since losing second round have, as I said, hurt them badly on the T side. Navi are going for 3-2 setup with Simple and IM taking mid. The goal for this peak for IM is to peak second mid, with this flash from Simple while Bit takes shorts from IM if he pushes apps. The two last players on B with JL being aggressive in top banana and Alekis B playing coffins, so he can help JL with utility if needed. G2 on the T side are going 3 players towards B with this Molotov, and then have Hunter and JKS in second mid. And here the Molotov window to stop the play from IM, important to learn this one. G2 goes from this trendy flash in banana, and this forces JL to fall off top banana since he can't sit there too long, since then G2 will just bombard him. With the Molotovs, nades, it's ideal to fall back. Navi uses this retake set from Alekis B, and this forces G2 to make a decision. Do we push through the smoke, or do we wait it out? But Nico and Huxi decides to push through with Huxi flashing for Nico, and this play will signal for G2 where to go. Since if G2 can't see anyone top banana, they have read the bluff from Navi. And as predicted, they can't see anyone top banana, and I love that Nico just pre-fires CT, and this makes sure that if someone from CT peeks, they will be hit, and Simple have to fall back because he was hit. At the same time, G2 are leaving Nico top banana, and the rest focuses mid, and this is the reason Simple was so fast to rotate back, since G2 heard the op, and with the knowledge they have, they knew the op would be Simple. That means there will only be 2 players on A, and both of them are on short, not the best positions when you get pushed by 4 Ts. Navi throws out the execute, but Nico have heard Simple falling back, and they use this as a fake, and their new goal is now B. And when Nico have this much map control, the goal is that he either catches someone off guard, or that they're fake through enough rotations from B. And JL alone on B gets executed, and here's a pro tip you can learn from Nico. Use sound to your advantage, and a good dose of courage, and do this play. JL spams the smoke until he have to reload, and Nico uses this to the perfect, since as soon as JL have to reload, Nico swings out because JL can't get the kill on him, and it's a 4v5 retake. And here Alekis tries to get some kills and maybe take some guns away from G2 to ruin their economy, while the rest saves, since they all got faked out by the A fake, and were too far away to have a chance at the retake.
What's Alekis rotating with? Nothing, just the gun as well. Spam's hopeful, but he gets charged down. Nico takes it onto himself to charge through that smoke, give chase to JL, and honestly, just good timing call here from G2. They catch Navi unprepared on the B site.
This one starts quite similar to the others we have looked at. But on B, IM goes to join the B players to drop off all of his nades before going back to A site. A funny way to play with the nade dropping meta, since on B is usually where you will need more nades to hold off the Ts, and it's easier to only use nades to hold them off, since on B this is the main entry points for Ts, while on A these are every single main entry points. Navi early takes banana control, but decides to give it away, and it's all to set up a play, since G2 will move with caution when taking banana, since they have no clue where Navi can be. And when G2 starts to get closer to top banana, Navi smokes them off banana and then waits. The goal is to listen for utility G2 will use to deal with the smoke. G2 goes for 2 Molotovs and a flash to peek out of the smoke, like we saw with Huxi and Nico in round 6. And here the secret weapon of B, with JL and Alekis gets shown. Here Alekis uses this pop flash to set up JL for kills. And the pop flash Alekis B throws uses a more complex lineup from the normal one, which is this one. But if the Ts are top banana already, they can hear the pin of the flash and be more ready, and that's why Alekis B goes for this one instead. And JL goes huge and gets 2 kills at top banana and bomb dropped. Alekis and JL goes for the boost on the new box, while G2 gets ready to take B, since if you can get B control even though it's a 5v3, you can still win the round, since B is much easier to hold in the retake scenario from CT. G2 uses this Molotov and flash towards new box, and this Molotov makes it so JL can't really jump down, and it becomes a sitting duck, and Hunter goes huge and gets 2 kills before Bit trades him. A massive misplay by Navi, and a massive entry impact by Hunter, but Modesty, as fast as ever, gets the trade on Bit, and a 5v3 is now a 2v2. Navi's 2 last players are split up, and the goal is just to take some guns away, since again, Navi were too far away from site to even think a retake was possible.
Are heard, and it is the CTs on high alert. JL sitting up top, sitting pretty, but Hunter gets by. Oh, Hunter takes 2, and Bit, despite a frag, is traded back by Monacy. They're a little concerned with back sight, but they've done an excellent job of puncturing through a bomb site that looked so prepared and ready.
Navi took the pistol round, but G2 have still decided to buy up in the second round, since Inferno is a map made for CTs to force buy. with so many favorable fights like mid, second mid, close apps, early banana pushes, and as we saw last time, the team who wins this round will have a much better start. G2 are going for a scout and some pistols, since a scout, tag and a deagle shot is enough to kill, and have gone for 3 players in mid and 2 players towards B, while Navi are going 3 players bottom mid and 2 players in second mid. But let's focus on G2's play. Here m0NESY swings top mid wide with his goal to get information and hold for any mid pushes. That's why he swings so wide, while JKS and Hunter pushes down mid, with JKS fully focusing second mid and Hunter watching bottom mid to secure JKS position. And G2 is rewarded for this with JKS getting the first kill. On B at the same time, Nico is being bombarded with nades and have to use a smoke to hold off Navi. This forces Navi to start focusing mid, and this is why JKS keeps pushing mid to get a better position to hold off Navi. m0NESY gets a great kill on Simple trying to kill JKS, and quickly it's a 5v3. And here G2 are not done. Many teams would stop here, but in all honesty, JK's position is bad if G2 were to leave mid, and he have to have more impact, otherwise he would just be killed and a 2-man advantage would become a 1-man advantage that in some way is not so bad for the T side. So m0NESY flashes bottom mid and JKS swings and he does a lot of damage before killed. Perfectly played. G2 realize that m0NESY and the scout can be enough to hold A, and gambles that they can play 3 players on B since it's hard to retake. And if m0NESY keeps on tagging Navi, they will have a good shot on retaking A. And here m0NESY over delivers by killing bit long, and this forces Navi to save, since they can keep a AK and Mech 10 while JL is on 6 HP.
Not so much for G2, but love it for Navi. We get the frag grenades down banana. JKS 5-7 mid fight.
Okay.
Let's get weird. Oh, let's get zany, baby. JKS still going down. That flash was good. His damage done. JL's low. Playing with the MP5 SD.
Is he
on his own in the open.
Ooh, timing.
Oh!
Nails it right in the dome. That's bit down, and they're in.
It's round 28 and Navi is on match point. So what do G2 do? They go for a gamble almost no teams would have done in their positions, by having Huxi alone on B and all 4 G2 players in mid, with this insane setup here. Let me show you in the bird eye views, so you can understand what meat grinder G2 have made in mid for Navi to be lured into. But let's go a little bit back. How can Navi be lured into this? Well, we have to go back to the start of the round and see that G2 starts the round like they always do, with 3 players on A and 2 players on B, using the default utility to force Navi to think it's a normal round. This is what we all call conditioning, and G2 use this to the perfect, since Navi are going into this round with the normal expectations, and have a very normal setup with 3 players towards mid and second mid and the last 2 players going banana. But something you always see is that if a team don't early pushes B, they usually want to spot out mid before making a decision, since CSGO at this level is all about reading the enemy, and to do that you need information about all the key spots like these ones, or the secondary key spots like these ones. When banana goes silent, Nico starts to rotate while leaving Huxi alone on site. And on A, G2 goes for these boosts with the guy on flowers holding mid, while the guy on roof holding for the apps pop, and the guy under the roof is playing anti-flash, and his job is just to help where the contact is. And then have Nico on long jiggle peeking, hoping to bait out a Navi swing or peek. Navi, while this is going on, is getting the information needed, with 2 players taking apps control and Simple top middle. And you can see how G2 plays off this, with knowing as soon as apps is cleared and Navi have gotten the information needed, they will just have to make a decision on taking more info or to decide what side to push. And here G2 knows that Navi most likely will try to get top mid info. Navi's setups is 4 players outside of A mid and 1 player in apps. This is perfectly read by G2, and as soon as Navi swings, it takes G2 setup 5 seconds to kill 5 Navi players, and have 2 players left. Looking back, it's a risky play, but this is the strength of proper conditioning towards the enemy.
Pressure coming out now from top mid. Imma's dead. m0NESY a double with the MP9, but bit his double kill. Oh! They thought they had an opening. Little did they realize they step on the trap that keeps G2 alive.
This is an all-in call, but you cannot guarantee that you're going to find an open site on these anti-eco rounds.
In the end, G2 lost Inferno and the match 2-0. Both games were super close, but it's never fun to lose. If you want to see more in-depth videos about pro CSGO matches, check out my channel, or check out these videos YouTube told me you would like. Thanks for watching.